Have you seen your family naked?
For sure.
Really?
Yes.
If things won't go well, then it's like money down the crapper.
I don't think many Finnish men is doing that.
Hey guys, I'm in sunny, but don't let that fool you, very cold Helsinki, Finland. And I'm here to find out about the culture, specifically the dating culture. So let's go find out how the Finns date.
The Nordic region of the world fascinates me like no other. Years ago, I filmed a singles guide on dating in Iceland. Half a year ago, I self-published a book on dating in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. And now, I had one country left on that bucket list, Finland. Why Finland, you may ask? And why would I willingly come here in October? Well, you just have to keep watching. But before we dive in, here's what you need to know about Finland. Contrary to what some sources might say, Finland is not part of Scandinavia. Finland is officially part of the Nordics. Finland shares its borders with Sweden and Russia, and let's just say there's a lot of history between Finland and these two countries. I won't get into it in this video, but you can go ahead and Google it. I arrived to Helsinki from the sunny island of Rhodes and was met with a stark contrast. It was quiet, deadly quiet. Finns kept their distance and seemed terrified at the thought of being approached by a stranger like myself. So how are you supposed to make friends and date in this country?
So how do you make friends in Finland? That's the question that people ask the most, because that's, I feel, is the hardest thing to do when it comes to the Nordics.
So one of the things I really recommend is that when you meet someone you would like to be friends with, you need to be so proactive. You need to make the first move. You need to have lots of questions in place. Silence could be uncomfortable only for you and not to the Finn. So that's something to keep in mind. I would suggest some kind of activity. So when you want to meet them for a second time, then suggest to go for a walk or a jog, something that is sports related maybe, because then if you ask for a coffee, then it's kind of more intimate. And you have to look each other in the eye and stuff like this, and it might be overwhelming.
You know, I hear like Finns are not natural conversationalists. So is that like a fear? You're going to go out with someone and it's just going to be, you're not going to know what to talk about?
There will definitely be those empty moments, just like in our conversation.
Yeah.
It's not, in Finland we kind of wait for the other person to stop. Then we think about what we want to say, and that makes that silence. So that's why it's not so fluent, or it's not like tennis, what we see in many other cultures. It's like swinging the conversation, it's super fast, sometimes it's overlapping even. It's never overlapping in Finland.
Coming from North America, we do that a lot. We'll be like, yeah. And here's, you know, and then you just kind of continue, interrupt each other.
Yes.
But when we're talking, I'm like, it's different. It's definitely different. I've noticed that as well.
It is for sure. It's a much slower pace. And when I have international friends or American friends, they talk so fast. It's really hard for me to get my word in, because I'm always waiting for that pause that never comes. And they have warm glögg, which is the hot drink.
Ah, it's the glühwein. Is
yes.
this? I want
Yes.
it.
Yes.
How much are we going to drink today?
Two, please.
Two, please. I love this. It's like wine with cloves and honey. It's the same?
Yes, I think it's apple glögg, is it?
Ah, it's with apple.
Ah, yes.
Activity is like a big part of the culture, right?
Definitely.
This is such a Finnish reaction.
That was my Finnish reaction.
I was like, shit, what do I say now?
So it's really hard for a Finn to answer a question if the answer was already provided in the question. In Finland, super short answers are always polite. They are as polite as the long answer.
You've been here for how long at this point?
I've been here now, on and off, for nearly 20 years. Incredible, I know. Coming from the UK, where we're like renowned for being masters of small talk, it was a shock to the system to realise that they're very comfortable with silence. And I'm now more comfortable with silence, but I've had occasions where I've been like, sitting in family parties with like loads of aunts and everyone's totally silent and they're sitting there sipping coffee and eating cake and I'm like, I start sweating. I was like, I need to get out, I need to make an excuse to go to the toilet, I can't bear it, I'm shaking. And I also think that's a very healthy thing, being comfortable with silence rather than having to fill the void with just like noise.
It's like a big part of Finnish life, right? Do people get happier when it's summer and it's sunny out?
There's a saying, there's two kinds of Finns. There's summer Finns and winter Finns, and they're totally different people. People in the summer actually stop and talk to each other, and they can actually smile and just even say something to somebody they don't know. But in the winter, try and find somebody who's going to speak to you in like November, December. It's very difficult. Because, everybody's going in their direction and I just want to go home. I think about it. We have like 3 months of non-stop sunlight. So you go crazy. Nobody wants to, sleep in the summer because you have to, have fun. And then in the winter, it's like 3 months of darkness. So it does make us weird, I think.
Do you believe in that notion that Finland is the happiest country in the world that they talk about so much?
Well, we actually laugh about that because if you ask people in July, yeah, I'm sure they are, but November, no, not so much. But we're content because we have good education, we have healthcare, we have, it's a safe place to live, and you can really make a nice life for yourself here.
This is very romantic.
Yes, so there are couples. And they have their signature here. The dating culture in Finland, in one word, I would say it's relaxed and casual.
Let's say you're in your 20s or your 30s. What is the best way to meet someone?
Tinder is very popular in Finland. It's also for casual hookups. But most people tend to meet at work or in their study place, also through friends, that is really popular, and sometimes also in the summer festivals.
Because I hear a lot that Finnish hookup scene is really big, like people hook up a lot. Is that like a thing that you find? Like, you go to...
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Yeah, that is very popular also. I think there were some studies that like around more than 50% of people have done like sex on the first date.
Would you be open to it?
I think everything is doable.
How do you meet someone here usually? What's like the best way?
Probably in bars. Bars, because Finnish girls and women are quite shy.
Or Tinder, right? Or
Tinder, yeah, exactly. Tinder, that's also like, it's easy to people talk there.
Can you find like a relationship in a bar? Or is that more like...
Actually, I've found my relationship from a bar.
Really?
Yeah. We've been together for 7 years, so actually we made a love story then.
What is your perfect first date?
I like walking outside. Movie isn't that good. Like, you'll be quiet there and just watch the movies. But when you're walking, it's not that like awkward. You can like see something and talk about that.
I really like those activity dates. I don't really like going for a coffee, which is very typical in Finland also.
Yeah.
Because when there's an activity, then you kind of don't get confused about the awkward silence situations. So that is varmaan, onko tää kylmäsavulohta? Vai kraavia? So it's like a dark archipelago bread, which is really sweet in texture, and then onko siinä voita? And then butter, and then this cold smoked salmon.
What is your perfect first date, if you could describe it?
Well, somewhere outside, yeah, somewhere outside definitely. Probably something to eat, yeah, something to focus on, yeah.
Some herring?
Yeah, well, maybe, yes, of course, yes. And one thing, of course, like going to nature.
Imagine this, a guy invites you to a restaurant.
Yeah.
He picks you up in his car. He drives you to the restaurant.
Yeah.
He pays the bill. He orders nice champagne. How does that sound?
Great.
Really?
Great. I don't think many Finnish men is doing that.
If a guy says like, this is on me, I really had a great time.
Maybe if I've had a feeling that he doesn't want anything more, then.
Just because he had a nice time with you, not because
Yeah.
he wants to sleep with you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That kind of
exactly,
feeling.
yeah.
So would you ever pay for the man?
No.
No, you've never paid for a guy
No.
before.
No.
Yeah, I like your answer.
Yeah, thank you.
If a man keeps paying for you like first date, second, third date,
Yeah.
fourth date, do you feel comfortable with that? Or do you feel like, oh, maybe...
Yeah, I think maybe I need to pay sometimes, but if man wanna pay, it's okay for me.
What do you think about kind of girly girls that are like, oh, you know, the guy should pay for me and pick me up and drop me home?
I think it's kind of non-Finnish, in my opinion. So, of course, I like if a lady is feminine, but to some extent, like if she expects that the guy does everything for her, and then that's kind of like a turn off. In Finland, we have this like sense of equality between men and women. So if it feels for me that I have to do like everything in terms of the relationship and the dating, then it's a signal for me that she's not really putting anything on the table. But of course we can do like teamwork. For example, let's say I buy the first drinks and then she can buy the next drink round.
What is your kind of preference when it comes to first date?
It should be like some low threshold thing that anyone can easily go to. For example, drinks at the bar or at the coffee place or walk in the park. Then second is like low investment also. So because we are just about to getting to know someone, so we don't want to put too much money also. So for example, these expensive dinners, completely no, at least for me, because if things won't go well, then it's like money down the crapper, in my opinion.
Why would I invest in someone I don't know,
Yes.
right?
Genders are very, very close to each other in terms of roles. Like everybody will do house chores, and there is no expectancy for the guy to pay on the first date and whatnot. So this is something to keep in mind. On the other hand, some of the things that are general politeness we are missing in the Finnish culture. People are not expecting the men to open a door for you. We are not expecting men to carry our stuff or put heavy luggage to somewhere. So that is something to keep in mind, that maybe Finnish men are not doing this on purpose, like not seeing you. And if you're struggling with prams or with your luggage, it's just that it's not culturally there. Everybody is self-sufficient and working with what they got.
Does that bother you as, you know, not just as a woman, but in general, like, would you want the man to be a gentleman?
That's a great question. Because I'm natively Finnish, I don't have a problem with it because I'm so accustomed to it. One thing that is so hard is being a mom with a baby in Finland, because then you would really need the help and then you just have to ask, because also it's a mindset thing, because sometimes I will ask like an older lady, do they want help? And then they're like, no, I can manage on my own. Oh. So it's part of the sisu, so part of the Finnish kind of resilience and strength to be happy on your own and to make it happen on your own. Everybody will be happy to help and happy to help you as much as you need, but you need to ask first. We are not going to meddle in your business.
What has been a giant culture shock upon coming here? Just list them off.
Yeah, I mean, there's been many. I mean, like, okay, there's always the obvious ones which, you know, people talk about, like, you know, things like sauna and like communal nudity. It was my girlfriend's grandfather's 80th birthday. We all arrive. I finally get over my sort of nervousness. Everyone's very friendly and welcoming, and then they say, right, let's go for sauna. I'm like, whoa, yeah, cool, let's go to sauna, because, you know, it's like a part of their culture. And I get down there, everyone gets naked. I'm like, whoa. It's like I've literally been here. I mean, I've got nothing to hide, obviously, but like nonetheless, when the entire 100 people getting naked simultaneously is a bit of a shock to the system. So that was my first experience of sauna.
To say Finland has a strong sauna culture is an understatement. 99% of Finns visit a sauna at least once a week. Each apartment building has a sauna.
So guys, this is the Finnish sauna. Ta-da! Ooh, it's hot in here.
There are private saunas, public saunas, a sauna in a Ferris wheel, a parliament house, a bus, and even Burger King.
I feel like being nude is not an issue for Finnish people because we are used to being in the sauna. We are used to seeing all types of people in like naked.
Have you seen your family naked?
For sure.
Really?
Yes.
I have never seen my family naked.
Yes. Even as like an old adult person, I can go with my dad and we will go together to sauna and to be naked. Side of your immediate family, then there might be that situation that you won't go fully naked. The sauna culture makes different types of bodies very normalizing, and I think that's a great thing, and I think it plays into the fact that Finns feel comfortable around their own naked body and with others' naked bodies.
It's interesting though, because talking to your neighbor in an elevator is uncomfortable, but seeing someone naked is not, right? Like, I know it's completely different things. You're not going to see your neighbor naked, but
I would if they are a girl and we are in the sauna together.
Only place where you would not start flirting with somebody, they would think it really strange, is the sauna. Because even if people are naked in the sauna, it's not a flirty thing. It has nothing to do with like, it's not sexual at all. No, it's like a spiritual thing. It's a cleansing thing, and it's just a way of life.